Today, February 1st, marks the start of Black History Month, a time to pay tribute to the contributions of African Americans who have helped shape the nation.
That's right, and you can't celebrate Black History Month without knowing how it came to be. So tonight, we learn more about the man known as the father of Black history. Dr. Carter G. Woodson, a distinguished author, editor, and teacher, dedicated his life to educating Black people about the achievements and contributions of their ancestors.
He was very instrumental in education, and I think he figured that not only should he educate himself, but he should educate the community on what we've accomplished and who we are.
Over at the Ethnic Heritage Museum, you'll find David Ruffin, the director of the African American Gallery. He's been studying Black history for 3 decades.
And we should learn the accomplishments, the tribulations that we suffered, and once you understand it, it can help you to improve and don't make the same mistakes again, and how we can improve life.
David tells me Carter G. Woodson wasn't able to go to school until the age of 20. Born in 1875, his parents were former slaves, and he spent the early years of life helping out on his family's farm to make ends meet. But his hunger for education never wavered. He
went on to get his master's degree from the University of Chicago, and he got his PhD from Harvard University, making him only the second African American to get a PhD from Harvard.
Woodson believed young African Americans were not being taught enough about their own heritage. So in 1915, he founded the Association for the Study of Negro Life and History in Chicago. And a few years later, his devotion to showcasing Black history took another big step forward.
A lot of people don't know that Black History Month actually started as a week.
In February 1926, Woodson announced the first Negro History Week. And he did it with the help of his brotherhood, Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, a historically Black Greek-lettered fraternity founded in 1911.
He became an honorary member February 10th, 1917.
Kanan Deere is a senior at Northern Illinois University. He's the director of Greek Life for the Student Government Association and the Iota Delta chapter president of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity. Kanan says Dr. Woodson used the fraternity as a stepping stone to reach the masses.
The support of the fraternity was, I say, monumental in Dr. Woodson's efforts, because I guess you could say he was sort of the vessel and the fraternity was the platform that he used. Any position of power doesn't really change you as the person itself. It sort of just amplifies you. If you're someone who has done tons of community work before joining, then you'll just have a much bigger platform to do bigger things on a grander scale.
The idea of recognizing Black history eventually grew, and by 1976, it evolved into what we know as Black History Month.
But it's just eye-opening to know that someone built that bridge prior to me getting here.
There is no American history without Black history. And Carter G. Woodson's legacy lives on as people across the nation continue to educate themselves and others on the achievements of Black Americans.
Without that knowledge, we could repeat the same mistakes again.
Black History Month is so important because in a lot of cases, minorities don't really get the support that they need. But by dedicating a time for African American support to be at its highest is kind of like, I say, like a breeding ground for Black excellence.
And if you're wondering why Black History Month is celebrated in February, it was chosen because it's the month in which both Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass were born. Now, Lincoln was influential in the emancipation of slaves, and Douglass, a former slave, was a prominent leader in the abolitionist movement, which fought to end slavery. So definitely thankful for Carter G. Woodson's efforts this Black History Month.
Yeah, very informative there. That was a great story.
Yeah, thank you, Will. And also don't forget to tune in to our Black History Month special. We're just getting started. Black Culture Amplified, Our Roots. We'll take you on a journey through time, looking back on our past history, origin, and also our culture.
While also shedding new insight into the foundation Black Americans have laid right here in our community. The special airs Saturday, February 17th at 5 p.m. You don't want to miss it.